Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Have confidence in your decision to retire. That's a hard thing to do, Doc. It is. There's no guarantees to retirement. But if you think about it, there ain't no guarantees in all of life. Everything that can happen to you before you retire can happen to you after work, after you retire. I don't care if it's running out of money, going bankrupt, health goes bad or whatever, anything, and retirement it's nothing but just another stage of life. Just like when you were little, you was in the stage of learning. You had to go to school every daggone day, or when you bought a house, you become a homeowner, not a renter, or just to live in with your parents. It's another stage of life. Same for retirement. That's the way I looked at it. Before I left, I always considered it just another part of life. And I noticed that, hey man, I was able to get to this point where I had a piece of money and I was actually thinking about retiring. I realized I'd done enough. I'd made enough good decisions through my life that they outweighed the bad ones, and I was able to get here. So I figured, why wouldn't I be able to make them same decisions when I was in retirement? Why wouldn't it carry on? If I wasn't for sure, well, not for sure, but if I wasn't fairly comfortable in the idea of going, that we could make out just like normal when I retired, I never would have left. It's the same for, it's what me and the baby talked about beforehand. We talked about this before I left. I told her, I said, listen, you know me, you know how I am. If I didn't have a pretty good idea that would be just fine through retirement, I never would have left. Simple as that. I might have left. I might would have took another job, or might have went part-time or something like that. But I never would have quit working if I didn't think we could make out just fine. And some of my confidence came from getting everything reviewed. I got everything looked at least by two different people. Health insurance and taxes, finances, anything that I was concerned about before I left. I had all that double checked, or triple or quadruple or whatever checked. And that helped build my confidence for going. It's a leap of faith. It just is. No guarantees. And an average Steve like me just can't plan for everything that might happen under the sun. I don't have the finances to do that. I just don't. I'm going to have to take each situation that comes up one at a time and deal with it the best I can. And I got the history of living to fall back on to figure it out. What did we do last time this happened? Do I have that ability now? Am I going to have to do something else? Retirement is a learning process. It just is. I don't know a thing about retirement. I just don't. I haven't seen enough yet. I haven't been through all kinds of situations. And when you retire, your mindset changes. It just does. When, I don't know. But it does. The deeper in retirement you get, you go in steps. My mindset changed pretty early. I misjudged how long it was going to take me to get the transition period would last. It happened real quicker than I figured it would. And so my mindset changed slowly. The things that concerned me before I retired have kind of faded away. Now, some of the stuff will be with me all my life, like the money thing. It's always going to be with me. but I've learned how to deal with it over the years. And I realize that I'm not Daddy Warbucks sitting on piles of money nowhere. So I just have to do what I've always done to get by. But every little step you take into retirement, whether it's getting you a routine down, well, that builds confidence. That confidence builds on itself. My sleep pattern was a big one. When I stopped worrying about it and let it get on its own, then that helped a lot. When I started losing a pound or two here and there, all that stuff made me more comfortable and more confident in my decision to go. And that decision doesn't only stand for your decision to go. It's when you go, whether you're 62 or you're 65 or whenever you go. That's a personal decision. You can't go off what nobody else says. If you go because they say, hey man, you're 65, you should retire, man, and take it easy for a while, but you're not ready yet, or you're not sure about your going, you're still on the fence, don't go. They're not you. If you leave and you're not pretty confident in that decision, then when you go out, them first few years, it's going to be rough. You're always going to be wondering, man, should I stay? Do I need to get a part-timer to make out or whatever? And that's a bad way to start retirement. It just is. It would be a hard way to go. It would take longer to adjust. You might always have that in the back of your head too. I don't know. We're just going to have to take every situation as it comes up and go with it from there. Make the best decision we can at the time, just like we've done all our lives. A little bit of confidence, a little bit of logical thinking on things, figuring it out. You've made it this far. You're right to the edge. Take that leap of faith, man. You got a good track history. You don't get this far in life without having a little bit with the ability to go, with the money, and the planning of it, what you're going to do afterwards and stuff. Without having some kind of personal stick-to-itiveness or ability to adjust or adapt or to think on your feet. And every little step you take in retirement just adds to it. But it's getting to that point. It's actually making the call to go that is rough. I don't know. Sounds right to me, but a lot of times I don't hear very well. Ask the baby. Y'all take care. We'll talk with y'all later.